So this video is going to help us use the calculator to do that last problem. I'm not going to be able to write anything down, but hopefully watch the previous video, and now you can take a look and see how we're going to do this with our calculator. And so if we go, here's our matrix button on our calculator, and so I'm going to clear everything first here. So what we did to solve that is we first entered matrix A. Now that was our transitional matrix, and so to do that we would go to second matrix, and we get this option. We have the names of all the matrices here, but we want to edit one of those matrices, so we're going to move over to edit, and we're going to edit matrix A. And so right now, if you do this on your calculator is probably not going to have the same information in there. It might be a 1 by 1 matrix. We want it to be a 3 by 3, so you would just enter 3 and 3, and then you can start entering all the individual elements. So remember, this was the column here that represented the Republican Party. We had 0.5, 0.3, 0.2. This column represented the Democratic Party. 0.15 went to the Republicans, 0.6 and 0.25 went to the Libertarians. And then this represented the Libertarian column. 0.1 from one election to the next went to the Republican Party, 0.2 to the Democrats, and 0.7 stayed Libertarian. So you can just go ahead and enter all those individual elements into your matrix, and as soon as you enter the last one, you can just go second and quit. And so now if you want to just check to make sure you've done that right, you can go back to second matrix, just click on matrix A and click enter, and there's your matrix. 0.5, 0.15, 0.1, 0.3, 0.6, 0.2, 0.2, 0.25, and 0.7. And so we have matrix A in there, but we have to multiply that times the now matrix, and the now matrix was a little bit different, matrix B. So I'm going to go back to second and then matrix. I want to edit another matrix, except this time I'm going to move down and edit it as matrix B. It's a 3 by 1 matrix, so you would enter 3 and 1, and we had 50% of the people starting off in this particular area that voted Republican, and 30% voted Democrat, and 20% voted Libertarian. And so again, once we do that, second, quit. And again, if you wanted to check to make sure that matrix B was correct, now you can just scroll down to B, click enter, and we can see that matrix B is a 3 by 1 matrix that's 50, 30, 20. And so the first thing that we did is we took matrix A times matrix B. And so here's how we would do that. We're going to go to matrix, and I'm just going to select matrix A, and I'm going to multiply that. I could put times in there, but I don't have to. I'm just going to go back to the matrix, and I'm going to select matrix B. And matrix A times matrix B gives us a year from now, or not a year, but an election from now. And in the next election, the people who vote Republican is going to go down from 50% to 31.5%. 37% vote for the Democratic candidate, and 31.5% for the Libertarian, assuming those trends continue. So then we wanted to know, well, what about 2 elections from now? And so that would simply be matrix A squared. So I'm going to select matrix A, and I'm going to square it, and then I'm going to multiply it times matrix B. And so in 2 elections from now, it's 24.45 would be for the Republican Party. The Democratic Party would win, but barely over the Libertarians, 37.95%, and the Libertarian candidate would get 37.6%. Probably be a contested election. People would clamor about it being not legitimate. But let's go 5 elections. So again, I'm going to go to matrix. I want to select matrix A, but I'm going to raise that to the 5th power this time, and I'm going to multiply that times matrix B. So in 5 elections, the numbers that we got were 20.08 would vote for the Republican Party, 36.94 for the Democratic Party, and 42.97 for the Libertarian candidate. And so as we went through, we wanted also to figure out with an equilibrium population. And so now I'm just going to kind of play around with this a little bit. What if we did matrix A, and I raised that to the 50th power, and then multiplied that by matrix B? And if we did that, 19.7, 36.6, and 43.7. My guess is if I went to the 100th power, these numbers aren't going to change very much. And so let's just try this real quick. I'm going to go to the matrix. I'm going to select matrix A, but this time I'm going to raise it to the 100th power. It might overload, my calculator might explode here, but let's just try this out. I'm going to multiply that times matrix B. And again, 19.7, 36.6, and 43.7. So it doesn't really look like it's changing much after, at least after the 50th election from now. Now, the transition matrix will change from year to year depending on the candidates and issues going on for the day. But assuming that the transition matrix is constant, is the same, eventually we would end up with this distribution of Republicans, Democrats, and Libertarians in that particular area. So hopefully this helped if you were having trouble doing these on your calculator.